now that it's time to lubricate and check the tension on your chains, we first must power down. Turning it left will power down the equipment, turn off that light. You'll hear it shut down. And now we can move on to going inside of the equipment. There are 4 chains in the ROQ fold. We'll access the first one here and show you what we do to these chains. So I'm removing the bottom screws to have the top hold it for me. And now I can take that one off. You'll be using a Phillips screwdriver. So now that we have access to the chain from this side, obviously we see the chain. We take our VMD 18, it comes with our kit here, and I'm going to spray a bit on it. This is to remove any grime that's accumulated on the exposed chain. That's mainly what we'll be lubricating here. That lubrication will spread across that chain as it moves, and so we've removed some of that grime. Make room a little bit more. We'll take a clean rag, get some more of the lubricant on it, and we wipe it on. We don't want to spray the chain as we have our panels that'll be touching our garments, and so we spray on, wipe on, and let that lubricant spread when this machine starts running. This chain is done. If we do need to add tension to it, you have 4 nuts in the back of this motor. That should tension up your chain. This one here's got pretty good tension. We'll leave it on as is. Let's move on to the other 3 motors in the back. All right, so we move on to our final fold, which is a unit with the black belts. We've removed the panel, all 8 screws. Started from the bottom, remove the top. We would hold it for us, removed it, put it aside. Here we have one of the motors. You have 1, 2, and 3 out here. We're going to work off this one for now. The same procedure is going to happen to the rest. So I'll show you on this one here. We have the 2 rags once again. I'm going to wipe down first any grime on the exposed part of the chain, which is here. Then I will take a clean rag and apply my lubricant on it. So I'm using the same lubricant to clean it and apply it on here. That would be ready to go. Now, if we do need to add tension to this chain, we loosen the nuts back here, which hold the motor onto that chain. And we have some room to drop it a little more, adding tension to that. So we drop it a bit, tension the nuts, giving ourselves some tension in that. Now, if we need to adjust tension to this chain, which is at the connecting point of your first fold and your final fold, we'll need to remove this cover. Now, this cover has cables running through it along the inside of it, and so we have to be careful with it. Let's remove it. I'm going to be using a 2.5 millimeter Allen tip or a hex tip on my power tool. You can use an Allen key to remove that top screw. And I can open up and make sure that my cables are pulled up before removing the panel. This will grant me access to the nuts in the back that will allow us to loosen this and drop this to tension our belt here.